Well, here we are, Anatsimono Village, 12 miles out of Bridgeport, California, where they charge you 15 dinero to park in their parking lot, otherwise known as the trailhead. So I'm here in the actual trailhead parking lot where all the boats go to, and you can also park along the reservoir beyond the little log store there. But this is where we came in for Matterhorn, which is up there, which you really can't see, but never noticed how majestic that peak looked. But here it is. Picky the pickup, all safe and secure, parked for the next 3 days with the official permit on the windshield. And I guess if you don't come back in time, they probably send your truck into the lake. Got some breeze coming, but time to get on the trail. It's about 11:45 a.m. Wednesday, July 7th, 2021, and away we go. And that's the kiosk, staffed kiosk, where you go up to get your parking permit. And apparently you begin by walking in between these two trees with yellow tags on them, and apparently the trailhead straight ahead. In fact, there's a little sign right there on the garbage fence that says Barney Lake. Well, this is the last tree with the yellow tag on it, so we'll assume that the trailhead is straight ahead. Well, at about 0.6 mile from the parking lot, there's a bridge, I presume across Robinson Creek. And there's the Barney Lake cutoff. Headed to Barney Lake. Aha. The formal trailhead notification. It's like a dead end, and that is the canyon that I'll be going up to Barney Lake at the end of the bowl, or the side of the bowl. fun at the end of the ball. Hi there.
Hi.
How's the fishing?
We didn't catch him.
At Barney or
We went
Peeler?
to Barney.
Okay.
We got skunked up there.
Oh, okay. Not much further then, huh?
Nah.
Excellent, yeah.
You're close.
I'm just videotaping the grandeur here.
Spectacular.
Isn't it something?
Everywhere you look.
Just in no time at all, you're up in the middle of this.
No.
It's beautiful. Nice little site. Kidding. What a composition. Oodles of poodles.
Oodles of poodles.
Oodles of poodles. This is Peter and Lauralee. Yeah. They told me it was going to be beautiful up here, and it sure is. So I got 3 liters of water there. This is the outlet of Barney Lake. There's Crown Peak. And I already carried the 3 liters over halfway and got over here and realized I should have took some video of this. But the tent site is up on this ledge here, and here's the 3 liters of Barney lake water, and now I'm going to carry it up there to the tent. Alright, so I just came up here. Got a little bit more to go, but about halfway up. There's this amazing tent site here. Huge and shaded. Beautiful. But I'm hoping to get some Milky Way time lapse tonight, so I needed to get up on top. So this little flat spot here is where I'll be putting the camera. There's the natural Barney Lake Dam with the outlet just this side, and Crown Peak and the trail continuing up. So the tent site, I'll have to walk over here tonight, assuming that the wind dies down. There's the tent site. Home sweet home. Okay, let's go take a look at the camera location for the Milky Way time-lapse attempt. The wind is dying down a little bit. It's still pretty sustained. And of course, there's Barney Lake with the beach, and right here, Crown Peak, I think is the name. And here's where I'm thinking about. So there it is. All the settings are set. It's about 8 p.m. in Crown Point. Hopefully we'll usher in the Milky Way tonight. Well, it turns out that piece of crap little cable that I used instead of this 10-footer, the micro USB end of it was flaky. Looks like it got down to 55 last night. So because the USB was flaky, it didn't engage, and I only got like, I don't know, 3,600 frames. So it just exhausted the little onboard battery. Well, here it is. Sunrise over Barney Lake, Robinson Creek. Look at that. And Crown Point. Saying goodbye to Barney Lake, camp number 1. It's already getting warm. I'm gonna stop off down there and fill my 1-liter bottle and head up that trail right there. To the left of Crown Point, I've been calling it Crown Peak on occasion. It's Crown Point in all of its glory. And the saga continues. Okay, that's the rock dome I camped on last night. Crown Point. Must be Robinson Creek. two couples there. Really neat. They just did a sort of a Crown Point loop on steroids. Woo. There's Crown Point right there, I think. Yeah, they said they stayed in Matterhorn Canyon, and they rattled off a few other places. Quite a few. I didn't catch them all, but very, very cool trip, and they're glad to be going downhill. I told them, yeah, I'm looking forward to that tomorrow morning. Beautiful up here. Ziggin and a zaggin'. I'm on what I assume is the Robinson Creek switchbacks. A couple there just told me about a secluded place at Crown Lake. Highly recommended that I find it. That's where I'm going. You get to the top of the switchbacks and there's a enchanted forest. Well, the enchanted forest wasn't the top of the switchbacks. After the enchanted forest relative flat area, the switchbacks resume up to that blue sky notch with a view of Crown Point in the blue sky. Looks like this might be the junction to go clockwise or counterclockwise. Carrick Meadows, Twin Lakes, Rock Island Pass, Mule Pass. Have to look at the map because I'm going to go hang a left for clockwise. Well, you get up to the top of just a few mild switchbacks and boom, you are presented with this boulder field. Wow, those are massive. Vista views. I think that's redundant. Sounds good though. A little tarn with classical green oxidized copper glacial tone. Holy smoke. That little tarn and that little glacial tarn, I'm not mistaken, are part of the, maybe the inlet to Crown Lake. Could it be so soon? Ah, beautiful. Is Crown Lake 2 lakes? Huh. Huh. They are connected. That must be the outlet of Crown Lake. And this must be the inlet. This must be that campsite that couple was telling me about. There's a fire ring and 2 flat tent sites, maybe a third. And she said something about a beach. Could be down there. Ooh. This looks like the place. Oh boy. What a day. What an evening. What a night. What a morning. Crown Lake. Beautiful mosquito hellhole. I flew the drone around. By the time I got back to my tent, the mosquitoes weren't bad when I was setting up the tent, but literally by about 4 p.m. they were out in force. And so basically I had identified a Milky Way vantage point out on one of the rocks where I was filtering water at the edge of the lake, and there's no way in God's world I was gonna get up in the middle of the night like I did last night at Barney, getting back into the tent after starting the camera. I might have let in 6 or 8 mosquitoes. You have to kill them all before you go to sleep, and it's nighttime, so it's hard to see them. And I would imagine I would have got 20 or 30 of them last night, so I scrapped the Milky Way time lapse and basically got completely ready. Well, not completely ready, but everything you can do inside the tent without packing the tent. Well, that was this morning. One thing I forgot was cooking in the tent last night. Well, last night it was 3:50 p.m. and I heard what sounded like a jet coming up, but it was different. It was loud, low, and fast. I'll identify, but I think I came from the westerly direction, and then all of a sudden the ground just like oscillated, and you could hear some local boulders falling, and then all of a sudden you could hear a massive landslide off to the north somewhere, and classical earthquake. Only lasted 5 seconds, but the landslide, you could hear it for 30-45 seconds. And so I had my Garmin wondering if the world had come to an end. And maybe there would be some Garmin reports. But nothing happened like that through the night. Well, I'm gonna have to turn this off. I'll check in with you in a minute. Woo! Okay, there's my camp cove there with the little peninsula rock sticking out there. That's where I was getting my water. So anyway, so no messaging from the Garmin, and so of course the next thought was, did some of the boulders crash down on the exit trail? So anyway, so I got a relatively early start this morning, 6 a.m. and well, they must be fishing. Morning. So anyway, that's Crown Lake. A night at Crown Lake. And we'll be right back. fellow astrophotographer. I see a tripod there with a water bladder suspended from it for stabilization. Cute little camp. And we enter the boulder field. Wonder how many of these got adjusted last night. And Crown Point. And there's the canyon. The beautiful canyon of whence we came. Well, there's confirmation. Just ran into a couple going in. They're doing this 50-mile loop, the same that those two couples I ran into yesterday coming out were doing, which includes like Matterhorn Canyon. So I'll have to look that up on the map, but I have seismic confirmation. They were at the campground down here below Annette's Mono Village. It's called Paha. And they were talking to the camp host, and it was like 3:50 p.m. and they said, by the way, they're from Britain, but they've been in the Bay Area for 8 years now. So they've experienced a few earthquakes, but they said those there in the Bay Area are more shaker-like. Said what they felt here was literally like an ocean wave. They said they've spent a lot of time sailing, and so they have a good idea what an ocean wave feels like. And he indicated that they went down to where they got Wi-Fi. It was pretty substantial. There was some noise too, some rock slides apparently up the hillside there, and so they went up to where they got Wi-Fi, and I think he said it was 5.9, centered halfway between Bridgeport and South Lake Tahoe. And then 2 hours later there was like a 4.9, something like that. So I said, okay, this confirms that I wasn't imagining it. So anyway, they said they're going to be a lot more aware of where they set up their tent under rocks. Of course, you've got trees to be concerned about too. So anyway, interesting days in the Sierra, and I've got about a mile left before getting back to Picky the Pickup, and we'll be right back. Back to civilization. There's Picky. Picky the pickup. We've made it back. Till the next time.